I'm gonna be honest. I really have no idea how I'm going to talk about this video or anything. It's just gonna be kind of me just here talking for a minute. If I'm talking to the camera, I'm talking right to the camera. Um, so one of the biggest things I have a problem with in my life is I have a lot of people I care about, and I know there's people who care for me. There's a lot of situations where I end up in that I just keep trying to do more and end up doing I overdo it. And I've been looking through a few things. Um and I have panic and social anxiety disorders. I forget how to really say the one I have. Like I have a panic disorder and I have like a social anxiety type disorder. I don't remember. I don't really know what is. No, I think it's just a panic. Yeah, it's just called panic disorder. I really just I don't know. I couldn't remember that. And I have really bad like social anxiety. And the big thing with social anxiety is the definition of it is like it's like social phobia type deal. It is a persistent and intense fear of being judged, scrutinized, or humiliated in social situations, leading to avoidance or endurance of such scenarios with great distress. And the problem is, like, when it comes to me, I've become more of an extrovert with people I've become comfortable with. So anytime I'm talking with these people, I overdo it with talking. Like, there's sometimes I'll text somebody, they don't reply, so I send another one, all that jazz. There's the times where I'm a multiple texter, which is something I need to not do because that's really one of the things I can feel like it could really just go like send me away. Um, and the biggest thing is like I can't afford like treatments or anything for it. Right now I can't afford anything really. I can't afford really anything else. I'm just trying to trust everything. Trying to go through people as well, and it sucks sometimes. It really does. It sucks. It can last forever, and I'm always having this fear that I'm gonna drive people away. Like I've driven friends away before. I'm not gonna name names or anything. Um, they're friends I've cared about before. And people who've been on this channel, you may notice I don't play with certain people. I don't do anything like stream or play games with a certain people anymore. Um, it's because I feel I drove them away. Um, all right, I have like multiple tabs open for this. It just sucks because I fear everything that I've done, and I'm constantly in fear of of that happening. Because I think it's because with the like to get this like ancient like anxious attachment like issues and all that stuff, and sorry. There's the anxiety with it, the attachment issues with it. It's like I need a constant like need of reassurance. Right, rejection I have a problem with as well. Um, fear of infidelity. I'm single. I don't have a fear of that at the moment. God, that would suck. Um, a constant fixation on certain relationships and everything. And the thing is about it is like this is like the main. They say this main thing is just about like with romantic partners and stuff, and I don't think that's true. I think this can also occur in normal friendships. People you become close with. There's people in my life right now that I'm very close with, and I'm scared I'm going to lose them because of all these issues and all that other stuff, and I don't want to lose them. And it just kind of hurts sometimes thinking about like you can't control every piece. You can't control how other people feel. You could try to like, coerce to that, but there's just times where it hurts. And it hurts a lot. Um, you know, and I panic. I panic a lot. And I'm worried that I do something wrong, and it completely like over escalates everything. And they could be like it could be something with my autism that I have. It could be something with my ADHD that's causing the issues. It could be something with my PTSD that I have and stuff. I have a lot of like mental issues with me right now that there's a few things that I have been treated before. I've been treated for depression. I was treated for my anxiety. Um and the biggest like it hurts. It's scary. It's terrifying because I end up just like I get over attached to certain people who I care about. Whether it's like it's mainly friends and stuff. And if everything ever like I lose any sort of like contact where I'm like wondering what they're like doing or saying for me, it makes me terrified. And I just don't know like how I never know how to approach with them because I don't want to like push them away. Um because I see myself as very like in negative views, and I see other people as like amazing people, and at least to me, I end up and I actually push a lot of stuff onto other people, and it hurts. Like it ends up ruining relationships so much. I'm trying to do that, it's just like it comes like with a sort of like a cleanliness type deal, the biggest thing is like the fear of like abandonment and all that other like stuff, like I'm fearful that I'm gonna get abandoned, and it it just sucks, it's like I'm in a constant like and I'm constantly like thinking it's like, oh no, they hate me now, and it's like it's that need of like, hey, I need like reassurance that you're still caring about me. And just I have a constant need for closeness because of this stuff. And I think it's just how my life's been, really, and it kind of sucks. Like I've never opened about this stuff, honestly, most of y'all probably clicked off this video by now. um and it's like there's like I trust people, I do trust them, but the back of my head is like, do I trust them not to talk bad about me behind my back and stuff? And people will do that no matter what, but it's the people that I care about most that I'm afraid they're doing it, and it scares me. Because and I just like I always someone's like, I want to know like if I'm doing something wrong, and I understand why people don't do that, why people don't say anything to me if I am doing something wrong, and I just don't know anything else, and there's just a lot of stuff that I want to turn turn to and all that other jazz, but it hurts. It hurts. Try not to cry on camera. That's bad. You guys can hear my voice cracking and stuff. I know you can. Um, One of the big things I've been trying to turn my life to, turn back to God. Be better than what I was at before. The past few years, I've noticed myself slowly start drifting away from Him, and this past year, I drifted away from Him quite a bit. After my grandfather had passed away. Um, And I kind of just turned my life away from him and stuff. And this is not me pushing any religion on anybody. This is your choice and all that other jazz with religion. I'm just here talking about my experience and everything. This is my little story that I have. And if this is one of the last few things I do on the internet, it's one of the last few things I do. And I kind of turned my life away from him, and it kind of like, like after my papa had passed away, it kind of just hurt me a lot, and it made me lose focus with the people I care about, the people I love. I started to like disassociate with a lot of people. Like if you knew me around that time, I would tell them like, hey, my grandfather passed away. I just time for myself, and then I'm just gone. I'm gone. They don't hear from me or anything, They'll text me, I'll give them some half-ass answer, and that's about it. And for a few months it was like that. I was lost. I've been lost without my grandfather. My grandfather was the one who I looked to the most for anything, and he was the biggest like inspiration that I could have asked for. Like he is the man that I even want to half be. Like I want to be at least half the man he was. And his passing hurt more than my mom's and my dad's because my papa was always there for me, no matter what. Like, I just turned my life away from God and all that stuff, and it, because I didn't feel like I could do it anymore. I kind of slumped into a big depressional stage of my life, and it just hurt. And then I got a job at this little place called Carm. I work at the Carm store specifically. And it's kind of reopened my door back into the Lord. I'm not a perfect Christian. I've skipped church services. I've not prayed every night most of the time. And I want to get better at it. And I'm trying to see it like through him. He is trying to lead me through this, and I want to put myself in his hands. Because I feel like this is where I need to be at right now. Carm is a ministry here in Knoxville, Tennessee. And under God's image, we're trying to help fight the homeless population that would, trying to fight homelessness. Recently we've been able to build and expand the mission area. We have a mission to deal with here. And a lot of people are like, oh, this is a scam and all that stuff. Believe what you want to believe. I've been down to the mission area personally, myself. And I've seen what goes on in there, and it's terrifying how many people are actually in there needing help and how many people are just right across the street. And I feel like this kind of opened my eyes to that. And the past few weeks, how I've been feeling, I've been stressed, I've been anxious, I've been worried about certain things. There's certain people out there right now, and they might watch this, they might not. I don't know. And I'm scared of losing them. I'm scared that I am driving them away. And I'm just trying to ask God, what can I do? And I have like a verse or two here I want to go through in the book of Joshua. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. And that one is giving me comfort. That no matter what is going on, God is always with me. And I am happy. I want to be happy. It hurts because there's some things I just don't want to let go. And I'm just anxious that I'm going to screw it all up. And I'm going to screw it all up completely. That's kind of my headspace. It's not YouTube or anything right now. It's stress. It's terrifying. I'm scared. I'm good. I'm good. And there's stuff I've talked with, certain people, at work specifically. There are people I have never, like, I've been worked at multiple workplaces. There's some friends, I would love to, I still talk to, but there's people here that I enjoyed working with the most. I work out with right now. They're amazing. They're like unlike any other coworkers I've ever worked with, and they're just lovely, and I love them, and I appreciate them. The Book of Psalm. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him and delivers them. I'm gonna go up a couple verses actually. I sought the Lord, and he answered me and delivered me from all my fears. Then go down a little bit here. 55:22, same book. Cast your burden on the Lord, and he will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. And we go down a little bit more. 56:3. When I am afraid, I put my trust in you, and I want to put my trust in God because I am afraid. I am afraid. When the cares of my heart are many, your consolations cheer my soul. There's a lot of verses here. I could talk about anxiety. Let's go through. See here. Where's the one I had? Proverbs 12:25. Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe. And I trust in him. So, well, this is from the Old Testament. Let's go to like the book of Matthew in the New Testament. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. To my yoke upon you, and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy, and my burden is light. So I'm anxious, I'm scared, all that other jazz, and it hurts. And if I want to be able to talk to people more about this stuff, and I haven't been able to. That's kind of like where I'm at the moment. So yeah, I think that might be all I have to say. It's just want to go through, just wanted to talk. I've been needing to talk because you can see it's fucking black outside. It's pitch. I'm gonna post this in the morning. I'm sorry I put you. If you weren't expecting the video like this before, and if you're gonna subscribe, just go ahead and unsubscribe. I don't mind. I wanted to bring that out there for everyone who either A is friends with me and knows about like this stuff, or B just anyone who needed to hear it. You're not alone. If you want to talk, my comment sections are free. Well, if I don't reply, just know you are being heard by someone has seen it. Someone will look down there and see it and pray. If you're a religious person, stuff, pray. Not in everything else, I'm still gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for everyone. I pray for you all. And I appreciate everyone who took the time to watch this. I don't know how to end this. Thanks for watching. All other stuff. If this video helped you out in any way, share it around. I'm not asking for likes or subs. I want you to share this with someone who you think would probably need this as well. As this video just found you, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Chase. And right now, I'm helping people one step at a time in God's image for a mission. Thank you all. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.